thank God, it's a Friday. TGIF na naman po. February 18, 2022, the end of the week. At welcome po sa The Stock Market Today. Kung first time niyo po sa channel na ito, ako po si Benji Chodoro, isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007. Araw-araw ko po itong ginagawa simula noong August noong 2020. Nire-report ko rin po ang pinaka-latest na balita tungkol sa inyong paborito at pinaka-aktibong mga stocks. Kung gusto niyo po ng content na ito, iniimbitahan ko po kayo mag-subscribe sa aking channel. And kung meron po kayong mga stocks na gustong ipa-review using technical analysis, paki-comment lang po sa comment box at aking ipa-prioritize. Ang ating financial news ay tungkol sa Bank of Commerce, yung upcoming IPO niya. At ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, February 18, 2022. Dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay, let's start with our financial headlines first, and this is from BDO Securities. Monetary Board holds policy settings steady. So hindi po nagbago ang interest rates, ano? Yung overnight reverse repurchase 2%, overnight deposit and lending 1.5 and 2.5. Okay, inflation pressures from oil prices worry DOF. So, tumataas na po ang ating presyo ng gasolina. And this is because of the developments abroad, ano? Yung sa Russia. DTI says 5 EU telco firms keen in PH. And then digital banking gaining foothold in the local market. PEZA suffers 69% year-on-year decline in January pledges. And CREIT to list no later than February 22. So yun po ang announcement. So it's between today and February 22 yung kanyang listing. So tingnan po natin mamaya kung nag-list nga siya today. Kung hindi po yan, ay either Monday or Tuesday siya mag-list. Okay, so let's now go to our main news. Ito po yung SEC approves 3.5 billion IPO of SMC's Bank of Commerce. The Securities and Exchange Commission said Wednesday it approved the 3.5 billion initial public offering by the Bank of Commerce. But let me put that up first, no? Yan, meron po kong slide dyan. And the 60 billion bond shelf registration of San Miguel Corp. BOC plans to offer up to 280.6 million shares at $12.50 apiece. The offering was reduced following the removal of the over-allotment option of 42.09 million shares. The bank plans to use the net proceeds from the offering to fund lending activities and finance capital expenditure requirements in connection with the upgrading of its automated teller machine fleet and core banking system. Any remaining proceeds will be used for the acquisition of investment securities to meet regulatory and liquidity requirements. The public offering will run from March 7 to 15 and listing on the main board of the PSE scheduled on March 23 according to the latest timetable submitted by the bank to the SEC. Bank of Commerce, a subsidiary of San Miguel, provides banking products and services in deposit and commercial loans, credit card services, consumer banking, corporate banking, treasury, asset management, transaction banking, and trust and investments. It had a network of 140 branches and 257 ATMs as of September 30, 2021. So that's our main news for the day. At tingnan naman po natin yung mga request, ano? Meron po ako nakita kanina, and let me mention some of you who made your request. Flor Mira, sabi niya, Sir FNI po, salamat. Okay. Then, new subscriber, si Pinoy Bigote. Ricardo Atiliano Jr. commented, Sir, thanks for everyday, sir. Really helpful. Maraming pong salamat din, Mr. Ricardo. Raul Uwahe says, please review FNI and SGP. Sige po, sasama po natin yan. And VLL, please. And then, Philip OFW Life, thanks, sabi po niya. Okay, that's it, ano? That's it. And reminder po sa inyong lahat, sa Monday po ay live po muli tayo from 12:50 to about 1:15, 1:20, no? Mga 25 to 30 minutes po tayo magla-live, and I would appreciate if you can give in advance your request para po magawa po natin, ano? Pero okay lang po kung doon po nyo ibibigay during our live session. I can review your stocks live, no? Using technical analysis. Okay po. So that's 12:50 p.m. on Monday, 21. No, February 21. Let me check kung tama yung date. Sorry po at ako po ay mahina mag-compute. Okay, 21. Tama po. Monday, February 21, we are live. Okay, so let's now go to the Philippine Stock Exchange and the Philippine Stock Exchange Index on how it performed today. Okay, but before we go to the Philippine Stock Exchange Index, ay meron pong magandang query or question po dito si Flor Mira. Let me put that up. Okay, ito po yung sinasabi ko pong market review, no? But while this is up, ay ito po yung question ni Miss Flor, no? Ang sabi niya, good day, sir. Any idea po why APX is offering a tender offer of 130 per share? Paki-chart din po sana, sir. Salamat po. Okay, sama po natin si APX. But to answer your question, bakit ang tender offer po niya ay 1 peso and 30 centavos? Ganito po yan, Flora, no? Ganito yan. Kasi, I saw this article first, no? In Business World. Prime Strategic Holdings make tender offer for Apex mining shares. Let me put that up. Sorry po. Yan. Prime Strategic Holdings makes tender offer for Apex mining shares. So, ang nangyari po kasi dito is that si Prime Strategic Holdings, okay, first yung general rule, no? Kung meron pong bagong investor na naka-acquire ng 30% of a company, wherein that company has acquired the shares, no? So for example, si Prime Strategic Holdings, nakuha niya or naging 30% shareholder siya nung Apex, di ba? At na-acquire niya yung kanyang 30% by buying the shares of the other stockholders for 1 peso and 30 centavos per shares, or per share rather. Now, according to the rules, kung merong bagong investor na naka-acquire ng 30% of that company, kailangan ay that new investor should make a mandatory tender offer to the other shareholders at the same price that he has acquired his 30%. So, for example, itong si Prime Strategic Holdings, di ba? Ang sabi nga natin dito, Prime Strategic Holdings ay na-acquire niya yung kanyang shares from the other shareholders at 130 per share. Naging 30% shareholder siya. Ngayon, according to the rules, kailangan yung shares na yon or yung price na yon i-offer din niya sa ibang shareholders at the same price at 130. Yun po ang ibig sabihin ng mandatory tender offer. Kasi yun po ang sinasabi ng regulation eh. Kailangan at the same price, i-offer mo rin yan sa ibang shareholders para level ang playing field, di ba? So, mamaya tingnan po natin ang price ni Apex. So, for example, tingnan natin yung price ni Apex. Ha? Ang price ni Apex ngayon ay APX. So, ang price ni Apex ngayon ay 169. Okay? 169 po ang presyo niya. So, ang sabi po dito sa Business World ay it is set to start the tender offer period on February 14 and its end will be March 14. So, i-offer niya yan po at 130 per share. Yun po kasi ang sabi ng rules eh. Pero kung ako po ay shareholder ng Apex ngayon, o meron po akong hawak na shares ng Apex, bebenta ko ba yun? Kasi, ang presyo niya ngayon is 167. Halimbawa lang, no? Bebenta ko ba yun? Hindi, Bakit ko ibebenta dyan kay strategic or prime strategic holdings ng 130 when I can sell it in the market at 167? Diba? Ibenta ko na lang yan sa market, diba? Kaysa ibenta ko yan at 130. Yun po yung whether or not I will sell. No? Pero yan po ang ibig sabihin ng mandatory tender offer. You will offer the same price that you bought the shares to the other shareholders. So since nabili niya at 130, i-offer din niya sa ibang stockholders at 130. Okay, Flor? So with that, let's now go to the Philippine Stock Exchange and the Philippine Stock Exchange Index on how it performed today. Okay, so let's put up our indicators. The Philippine Stock Exchange Index lost 0.27% or 20.14 points to end at 7418.79. Pero kung mapapansin po ninyo, from an engulfing candlestick on February 16 ay nagkaroon po ng small red candlesticks. Signs po yan na nagpo-pull back ang index. But yung candlesticks po natin are still above our short-term, 20-day exponential moving average. Which means that pataas pa rin po in general ang ating index. Yung market summary naman, 80 companies declined, 94 advanced, while 53 remained unchanged. The all-share index also lost 0.27% or 10.62 points, while the sectoral indices ended mixed. Mining and properties were in the green, while the financials, holding companies, industrials, and services were in the red. Pero yung mga losses po ng financials, holdings, industrials, and services, maliliit lang po. Malaki po yung advance ng mining at properties. Pero all in all, ang all-share index po natin ay almost flat, 0.27% or 10.62 points down. Okay? Yung most active stocks, we will be reviewing the following. Yung inyong mga request ay ating unahin: FNI, SGP, VLL, Apex, RLC, and Ali. So let's now go to the first stock, FNI. Okay, ferronickel ended at 252 pero bullish po siya. At yung ating mga indicators are under the candlestick, and kung makikita nyo po ay steady upward green candlesticks po ito, starting on January 31. And it just follows the price of nickel, which I don't have any data on. But since ang ginagawa po nito ay nagmamine po ng nickel, So yung pinaka-support po natin ay pwede po nating ilagay sa, nandito po ang ating support, nasa 229 po, based dito sa ating resistance na ngayon ay naging support. Okay, extend lang natin ng konti. Yan po. Ang pinaka-support po natin, 229 to 230 level, and the resistance naman ay nandito po. Actually, resistance area na po ito at 253. Pero based on our indicators, bullish po yung trend ni FNI at patuloy po siyang tumataas. Meron siyang green candlestick po with volume. So, ibig sabihin po nito, we may see some upward movements on FNI on the following days. So, SGP is next. But I will be using a shorter chart here, no? Kasi nga, ang hirap makita yung 1 day. So, gawin natin, say, 30-minute chart. If we can see the trend from there. Yan. Okay. Now, based on a 30-minute chart, in general, sideways to bearish po ang movement ni FNI dahil po yung ating long-term indicator, yung 100 days. Actually, this is the 30 na 100 days kasi 30-minute chart lang po ito. Ay pababa po ang general trend po niya. At nasa itaas po ng mga candlesticks yung ating mga indicators. Ngayon po, yung FNI ay for the past week ay sideways lang po ang kanyang movement, pero nagkaroon po siya ng dips dito noong February 16, ano? Actually, this is just an hour dip. Kaya po, if we will be drawing, I think let's draw na lang a parallel channel. Parallel channel po natin which follows the 100-day EMA. Yan po ang pinaka channel po niya with a slight overshoot, and this is from January 20 up to February 18, ano? So 1 month po. And yung pinaka resistance po niya or support po niya ay nandito po sa bandang laki na yan. Okay. Nasa bandang 1245, while the resistance following the upper border of the parallel channel would be at 1270. So more or less po ay yan po ang ating support and resistance level based on a 30-minute chart. Pero kung 1-day chart po ay halos wala po tayo makikita. Ngayon, yung bearishness ng stock ay makikita po natin sa RSI na slightly below the midpoint at 49.29. Okay? And then, after SGP, sa VLL naman tayo. Balik natin sa 1 day. Minsan kasi nakakalimutan kong ibalik sa 1 day. So, nasa 335 po si VLL ngayon. But let's wait for the 1-day chart to load. Sorry po, medyo mabagal lang. Yan po. Okay, bearish din po si VLL. And yung ating mga indicators, yung RSI particularly is at 41.96 or almost 42. And since December ay pababa po yung Vista Land, ano? Yung area niya po ngayon ay support level. Ito po. Ito po yung pinaka-area niya. Yan po. 334 po ang pinaka-support. Pero it may extend up to 338 or 340 ang pinaka-support level po ni VLL. Kasi area po ang support and resistance. So RSI, nasabi na po natin yan. Nasa 41. Medyo it's bearish. And our indicators is saying that it is bearish. Yung pinaka resistance po ay ang pinakamalapit na short term ay 354. Okay? Ngayon, based on fundamentals, VLL is merong buy rating from BDO Securities. Nasa 460 po ang kanyang fundamental price with about 35% upside. Yun po based on fundamentals. And then Apex naman, APX. Okay, APX had a inverted hammer today, pero yung medium at long-term indicators na moving average po natin ay nasa taas pa po, no? And it has been moving sideways since a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Yan po yung movement ni APX. Ang pinaka-support po niya, let's place it at EMA 100 at 1.55, while the resistance is here at 1.83 or within that area. So, upward po yung kanyang trend based on the long-term indicator po natin na EMA 100, slightly up. And this is confirmed by the RSI, which is slightly up at 152, just slightly above the midpoint. So nagtapos po siya at 167. Okay? So yung tanong po kanina ni Flor, or yung question ko po about that is that ibebenta ko ba yan at the tender offer price of 130? Ang sagot ko po ay hindi. Hindi ko yan ibebenta. I'd rather sell it in the market rather than sell it to the investor, di ba? To the stockholder. So, I don't think that the tender offer will prosper kung ganito po ang kanyang presyo. Siguro kung bumaba yan ng 120, 125 siguro ibebenta ko, di ba? Ibebenta ko yan at 130. Yan, yun po ang ibig ko sabihin. Kung ang market is below 130, then I will sell it. Okay po? So, ang pinaka-support po natin ay nasa EMA 50 at 161. And then, RLC, the most active stock. Okay, so pataas po si RLC ha, based dito sa ating indicators, and we will take EMA 100 as our support, you know? So, again, we will draw a parallel channel with following the EMA 100 here as our support. So we have a support of 1815. Yung EMA 100 po is 1817. So more or less ay yun po ang pinaka-support natin. Yung resistance po for Robinson's Land is 1950 based on the upper border of the parallel channel. So pataas po in general ang movement ni RSI at 56, and it is a bullish trend. At maganda po ngayon ay nagkaroon po ng volume ang stock, ano, plus a significant amount of increase, no, 1.56%, which is the highest since November 2021. Yan po. So I would say that this is a breakout of sorts for Robinson's Land. Then finally we have Ali. Si Ali naman, uy, pataas si Ali ha, and with volume. Slightly above average volume. So yung previous resistance po ay na-breach po niya. Nandito po yung kanyang previous resistance na naging support. Yan po yung pinaka-support niya at 38 pesos, no? 38.10. Nasa 39.65 na po si Ali. Ngayon po yung RSI po niya ay bullish po at 62. And since there is volume, we should expect some upward movement on the stock on the following days. Ngayon po yung next resistance level. Let's take a look at the 1 week so we can chart the... Nandito po sa 41.56. Yan po. Nasa 42 pesos po ang pinaka next resistance niya based dito sa weekly chart ni Ali. Okay. Yan po ang ating report sa stock market. February 18, 2022. Huwag niyo kalimutan po sa Monday, live po tayo at 12:50 p.m. and 8:50 a.m. sa Oman, 7:50 a.m. sa Turkey, 5:50 a.m. sa Switzerland, 11:50 p.m. of the previous day. Sorry, that should be February 20 on the US East Coast, and 8:50 p.m. on the previous day on the US West Coast. Okay? Yan po ang ating report sa stock market. February 18, 2022. Ito po si Benji Chidoro nagpapaalala. Mag-ingat sa COVID, mag-ingat sa scam. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay at hanggang sa muli. Stay safe, God bless, and bye for now.